Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the market update. I'm Bill Noble with Token Metrics. It's December 6th, and I have some good news. The United States says it's not going to ban Bitcoin. We all live with this ever-present risk that one day governments are going to wake up and say, nope, stop, over, right? Well, when enough big players buy enough Bitcoin, it's amazing how people can change their minds. So I think this underrated news headline was perhaps one of the best news items of the week. Now, let's talk the real best news item of the week. Michael Saylor goes out and buys $50 million worth of Bitcoin at an average price of $19,400. Now, I, like you, have been watching some of these corrections. I have watched this market at its all-time high, and it's sat around here long enough and chopped around here long enough to start making me and everyone else nervous, right? I think you know what I'm talking about. And then I see this tweet. And I see this chart, which is Michael Saylor's company, MicroStrategy. And I'm like, what is my problem? This guy is aping into Bitcoin at the all-time highs. The stock of his computer company is now basically a Bitcoin ETF. And as you can see by this chart, is gapping higher. Okay, MicroStrategy is moving from the bottom left to the top right, right? It's gone parabolic. Now, let me ask you this. December 2020, do I want to be remembered as the analyst who was too chicken to stay bullish because ETH was moving around in the $20 range when this guy is acting like an absolute animal and buying Bitcoin at 19,000 like it's going to 50? This tweet and this chart helped adjust my perspective, okay? Now, if we go to the next chart, let's talk more about MicroStrategy. This is a quarterly chart of Saylor's company's stock. And as you can see, as we head to the end of the quarter, a major breakout is possible. On the show, we have a saying, the bigger the base, the higher into space. MicroStrategy took off as one of the favorite .com darlings back near 2000, and then subsequently fell apart because of an irregularity on accounting. I actually studied it in business school. However, this chart will show you that the stock has made a 20-year base. So if you're worried that Bitcoin is too high at 20,000, the stock of the guy who is just draining Bitcoin out of the system may just be getting started. Okay, Ethereum. You know, when is Ethereum not tough to deal with, right? In 2019, you know, we were on the live stream early 2020, and we were like, Ethereum's at, 280. Is it ever going to go up? Are we there yet? And now the same thing's going on, except ETH is at 600, right? It goes down to 560 to 580. It looks like it's going to go to zero, and then it just stops and comes right back to 600. Now, do a little diagonal, Gann art on the Ethereum weekly chart. And lo and behold, what do I see? Well, I see some diagonal resistance at 600. And folks, let me just give it to you simply. If ETH can get a weekly close through 600, like really punch through, the next diagonal point on this chart is at 1,300, right? Which is a nice way of saying Bitcoin above 20K probably triggers a 1x in Ethereum. All right, now, let's talk about other big altcoins, okay? I know, Litecoin. I'm back. I know. No one likes it. Let me tell you a story. I'm going to take a little bit of risk here. Sometimes small anecdotes help. I talked to somebody who said he has spoken with 5 individuals from what we call the normie world, right? So they're not crypto people. And when they bought crypto, these individuals chose Litecoin. Now, I stood up and paid attention because all 5 individuals in this very informal study were all female. Crypto is largely an all-male community, like, 75, 80% between the ages of, 18 and 40, right? What happens if new people, which includes like new men and women, come and discover this fast version of Bitcoin at $80, which, oh, by the way, is about to break out of a huge diagonal point after making a base for 2 years. So I'm not showing Litecoin today. I'm showing something, a coin that could have appeal to not only new people, but new people who happen to be female. All right. And I think this is something that the changing demographics of crypto and how much it could expand is something that could help calm your nerves in this sort of choppy consolidation. The number of people that are coming to crypto and the number of types of people is large, right? Okay. Now let's go to Token Metrics, your favorite data-driven AI website for crypto. So I did a filter. I took a look and I just wanted to see the monthly quant grades for all the big coins. Just like, where are we? Is it the 80s? Is it the 70s? You know what? It's 90 or better from Chainlink on up. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, etc. Now, there are coins that are rated, they have higher ratings in like the 98s and 99s. But for the market update, I just wanted to look at the bigger coins. And these quant grades, they're good. Okay. Bitcoin was at 99, was one of the highest we'd ever seen when Bitcoin was at 4,000. All right. And that's when it bottomed and turned around and went up. So based on these quant grades, I don't see any reason why this market can't continue higher. Okay, so let's talk about altcoins, big and small. Now, this chart has December, January marked in gray boxes. Okay, those are the long rectangles. Basically, that shows where Bitcoin dominance has dropped during December and the first quarter of the following year. What does that tell us? Well, as I hinted earlier, Bitcoin can take out 20K. It can go to 22 or 25. But then what happens? Then alts, ETH, XRP, Litecoin, Chainlink, all this undervalued and underappreciated crypto and technology can just take off. So the seasonals favor the big altcoins as well. Now, speaking of big altcoins, this is Ian's favorite chart. Alt market cap, okay, 3-day chart. And right here, as we sit, December 6th, altcoin market cap is at roughly 215 billion, okay? And that happens to be a diagonal resistance point. Now, if altcoin market cap, most likely led by ETH and XRP, actually take off, okay, you're talking about a move from 215 to 288 billion in market cap, okay? That is a big, big move. That's probably ETH at 1,000. Okay, now XRP. Would like to welcome the XRP army to Token Metrics. The consensus on the XRP rally goes something like this. Everybody got emotional. Everybody ran in and bought it because of an airdrop. And then once the airdrop comes, XRP will dump. Okay. I don't know whether or not that's true. I can't draw a chart formation to see whether or not, XRP will in fact go down because of an airdrop on a coin no one's ever heard of. However, what I have heard of is that XRP has got support at 58 cents. I know that if XRP can get a weekly close above 67 cents, it can go to $1.13. I know XRP travels on a really fast blockchain network. I know XRP is money. Okay, it's money. It can be used to pay for things. And I know that XRP's parent company, Ripple Inc., has a lot of good strategies, relationships with, financial companies. And in a way, they're a little bit like MicroStrategy is for Bitcoin, right? So MicroStrategy is a tech company that has a lot of Bitcoin, and Ripple Inc. happens to be a technology company, a fintech company that, has a big XRP position. So why is everyone in love with MicroStrategy and giving Ripple and XRP a hard time? The narrative on XRP may have changed. And the story people should think about is what happens if XRP does this airdrop and people come in and buy the dip and it goes down and comes back, then what? Right? I mean, if XRP turns around and goes back to 25 cents, then I just say, well, I'm wrong. I got stopped out and that's it. But what happens if XRP turns around and holds? All of a sudden, you've got this, token or cryptocurrency and corporate structure from Ripple Inc. that everybody was giving them a hard time. And all of a sudden, they just became fashionable, if you asked me. Now, I may be the only one talking like this, but that could change. Okay, now let's talk DeFi. We on this show are espousing the idea of DeFi 2.0. Somewhere in the near future, all of this Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is going to be seeking a return. People are not going to just buy the big cryptos and sit on them. They're going to enter the DeFi system somehow. Now, in research, you get paid for imagination. So as with the XRP story, my DeFi narrative, again, revolves around the fact that the revolution in 2020 was that Bitcoin became a powerful currency because it was seen as collateral in a lending system that created interest rates, which made the currency more powerful, and round it goes. So DeFi 2.0 to us is coming. Now, to refine the idea, from a chart perspective, we're seeing something called an Elliott wave, a series of ones and twos. Okay. Now, in Elliott wave, the wave you want to catch is the third wave. That's where you get the most gratification, okay, and you take the least heat on dips. Now, with a series of ones and twos, here's a better way to explain it. The market starts and then it stops. And then it starts and then it stops. And in the case of the DeFi futures contract, it stopped and started again. And the more times you do this stop-start thing, the more potential there is for a parabolic move up. Now, is it so hard to imagine that ETH could do a 1x and take Yearn, Aave, Uni, Link, and all the big DeFi coins up with it? Seems like a natural progression to me. All right. Super popular, the all exchange trader daily index from Token Metrics. Now, what's been happening on these daily indices, as I've noted on the show, is that there have been clues inside these indices for coins that you can buy, and then they take off to such an extent that they could wind up being hodls. Most of the time they're trades, but sometimes they show up and they wind up being hodls because of the degree that they take off. This was true with XRP. Now, in the all exchange index, I'm noticing we have, starting in the bottom right, we have Aave going up to the top right, Yearn, Uniswap, Cosmos. Okay. This is the first time since these indices have been out that I've seen like a DeFi dominant portfolio. Okay. This leads me to believe, especially if these coins stay in this daily index for say 3 to 4 days, that there is a possible gap move up in DeFi and in alts once Bitcoin takes out 20K. All right. Now let's do something unusual. Let's talk about common sense, right? Everybody's here. We're all at the all-time high in Bitcoin. Everyone's afraid. No one has any confidence in the rally. Everyone's afraid it's going to turn around and go to 3,000. And then I said, wait a minute. Again, do I want to be remembered as the guy who chickened out at the all-time high? I don't want to be that guy. So I took a look in the equities market, right? Remember before we were looking at the market cap? Okay, so I took some of those numbers and I made, this is the second time we've made a homemade spreadsheet. Snow, a cloud computing company. In other words, they have software and code. Their market cap is 107 billion. They went public this year. So Snow appeared in the publicly traded equity market this year and went to 107 billion market cap. Snapchat, right? You know, an app frequently used by, you know, very young people, has a market cap of 71 billion. That's 3 billion more than ETH. And someone's going to tell me that ETH is too expensive? ETH is cheaper than Snapchat. Say that 3 times. ETH is cheaper than Snapchat. XRP, which again can't cut a break from anybody in the crypto community, is worth less than half of Snapchat and a third of Snow. Again, what does Snow own? Well, they have code. Software, right? What's cryptocurrency? Code. So code in the equity market is worth, I don't know, 3 times what it is in crypto. Chainlink, Litecoin, 5 billion market cap versus Snow at 107. Okay, so you probably got the point. The point is, I don't want to be the bullish guy that gets off the bullish train right before it makes an all-time high. I understand that there are risks. I understand that there could be a big dip. I understand that interest rates could go up, right? The vaccine could cure it all and nobody would need cryptocurrency. Everybody goes back to the dollar and we all go back to our lives because the pandemic is over. So I don't want to be a moon boy and say there are no risks. Of course there are risks. But the biggest risk of all is getting off the crypto train just because it was psychologically difficult to stay on it. So my concluding word, bull markets do strange things. They're not easy. I've been saying this all year. There are these flash crashes the day before a holiday. There's the Friday night drop. And then there's the sit and wait and wait and wait and wait. And listen to your mind, try to talk you out of your positions. I would encourage you to stay strong And that's the market update.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Great update as well. A few comments from the audience. Red Dog says, well said, Bill. Crypto Air CK says they will print money again. Funky Fresh says XRP doesn't need Ripple to succeed. Love bull markets, which makes crypto go up. Thank you. All right. So if you like that market update, be sure to tell us what you think down in the comments below, and subscribe and share with all your crypto friends, and let them know why crypto is the future of money.